course, this weekend, Cape Town welcomes the 3rd annual Bokeh South Africa International Fashion Film Festival, a glittering affair which celebrates the marriage of fashion and film created by some of the industry's most inspiring talent. And joining us on the couch this morning to give us the 101 on what to expect, of course, our Fash Pack, Alexis May, Taryn Opal, and Bokeh Kilo. Good to have you guys here this morning.
Morning.
We were talking about sad news, of course, about Prince, but yeah. Were you guys fans of his music?
Absolutely. Such a legend.
And he's been a fashion inspiration himself over the years,
absolute
right?
absolute icon, especially after David Bowie. It's such a sad time.
Exactly. But let's talk about this weekend, which, of course, as I said, the Bokeh SA International Fashion Film Festival. What exactly is it, Mali, that makes, what is fashion film for people that don't know?
Firstly, let's talk about what it's not. It's definitely not just like a brand extension advert.
Yeah.
Fashion films, they work. We've always loved fashion editorials. Like if you look at magazines, if you look at like fashion directors like Taryn over here, the product they create, I mean, they take us to such beautiful places and we use them to escape. The fashion film is like a fashion editorial, but now it's in moving form. And more than an advert, it also gives the filmmaker an opportunity to just show us what they can do at an art level, instead of just creating something like a commercial. Here, it really is an art piece that must be able to stand on its own, even away from the brand that it represents.
Yeah, and provoke thought, provoke emotion. And I was fortunate enough to attend the very first one of these festivals. But Taryn, what do you think makes a good fashion film?
I think for me what makes a good fashion film is something that's moody and stylized and that highlights a brand's products in a very subtle way. So essentially inspiring an audience that's targeted and engaging and niche. Experimental films are probably not the best route to go, only because audiences might not adapt to unnatural, overly creative imagery.
Or get it.
Yeah, or get it.
Yeah.
Whereas emotive or cinematic fashion films are a lot better, in my opinion, because they're thought-provoking and they're more engaging. But just like art, what makes a good fashion film could be an ongoing debate. It's personal preference, and essentially it's what's proven to be successful.
And so having said that, Alexis, what do you think is the role that fashion films play in this new era of advertising?
Well, they're definitely, more inspirational on an emotive level than your traditional TV advert. It also gives you more mood about that campaign, and it gives you the language of the brand. So they're inspiring on a different level. I think there's more brand connectivity. I think the viewer and the customer feels more connected. They have their own experience of the brand. And this in turn, it makes it more, if it's more emotive and it's more artistic, it's always more aspirational. And then of course that builds the brand desire. So they're actually very powerful tools. Though they're not commercials. Exactly, it's the storytelling. So they're not commercials. Sometimes it's more inspiring towards the designer or the brand that is featured.
So certainly a lot to be gained from it. So in fact, if you want to attend the festival, then go on to our Expresso morning show, expressoshow.com. That's our website, of course, where you can see the schedule of what is happening. And as I understand, it's free to attend during the day. So make sure that you don't miss out on that. We'll bring you highlights of it, of course, in the week to come. Right now, let's find out what else is coming up. I think we're cooking something in the kitchen. Ewan.